Hi, Dad. It's been a while since I've made a video, I know, and there's been a lot of things going on and done a lot of different things. But today I have a 2008 Chevrolet. Yeah, that's a bow tie in my garage. Um, Malibu. And this car is a cream puff. It's been really nice. It's been well maintained. Um, but it's been sitting for about a year after it had an engine issue. A couple weeks ago, I took it apart and found quite a mess, actually. I've got it all stacked up here. I don't know if you can see, but look at how clean this engine is. You would not expect a catastrophic failure from an engine that clean. But apparently, what happened is it has a broken valve spring. That valve spring collapsed and allowed that valve to drop, and that valve dropped into the cylinder and mucked things up pretty good. So we were down to no compression in two cylinders. There's broken valve guides stuck under the valves and the valves that are there. So it's a mess. It's pretty much trashed. So we got a salvage yard motor, and with the history that I've read about on these, they've got serious timing chain issues if things aren't well kept and well maintained. I went ahead and I purchased new timing components. These are variable valve cams, and so I put the all new variable valve cam gears on it, new chains, new tensioners, new control solenoids on the salvage yard engine, which, by the way, has about 100 I think he said 112,000 miles. And so I drove great the first time I drove it. Then I parked it, came back and drove it again the next day, and I thought I haven't had it to wide open throttle, so I gave it a wide open throttle for less than a quarter of a mile. It was great. As it slowed down, came down, it started making noise and idling rough. So I brought it back to the shop and took the intake off and ran. Well, it has a random misfire code in it. I did check codes and ran the compression test. My compression numbers have us with cylinder 3 at 0. I'm a little concerned about 1, and I think that's 5 on the other side of there, the 180. But I'm very much concerned about the 0. So taking things apart, I found a rocker arm, or cam follower, I guess is technically what that is off of the exhaust valve, one of the exhaust valves on that cylinder. So this morning I'm going to get the bore scope into that cylinder through the spark plug hole and see if there's anything else going on in there, and see if I can't put that follower back on and see if that does what we need to do. I just am suspicious that that could be all of the reason for 0 compression. So that's where we're at right now. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I can get it focused on it. The mirror is dirty on, and I can't get it clean on my bore scope. But what I think we're seeing right here is the exhaust valve that follower is off of. That valve is stuck open. What I can't tell is if there's something caught under it or why it's open. So yeah, I'll mess with it a little bit, but that looks like we might have to pull that head. That's a scary thought. Okay. I had to get creative with the magnet, and this isn't going to focus on it, but that speck on that magnet was in the cylinder after I operated the valve manually with the pry bar on the, just reaching in right back in there, which I don't have enough light. Maybe that helps. Back in there, push down on the valve, then the valve seemed to close, and then I could see with the bore scope inside the cylinder that there was something in there. I'll have to look back in again before I move anything, but I know I got this piece out of there right away when I got this magnet down in there. That's a little bit of a fishing expedition, just getting the magnet into the hole. Very fine wire, so it could kind of flop around. But yeah, there's our trophy. In this gap, there would be a great video of a compression test showing 180 pounds on cylinder 3. That video's lost, so you just get my voice. It's all good now.